and they aired it to the public, and holy shit. If you've ever been in a tropical country and you see signs saying coconuts kill people, a coconut just fell from a tree behind me and I am sitting below one. Perfect. They say coconuts kill more than sharks do. Maybe I should go drink it. One sec. This thing literally just fell from the tree. I don't think I should be here anymore. When life hands you coconuts, you just drink it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Sunday here. I'm gonna say around noon. I really don't know the time. I'm just kind of in a park, not far from the house, just on the beach here. Just taking some photos, and Jazz and Georgia are gonna join me shortly. So yeah, it's been kind of a cool week for us. We got a little bit of news for you. Georgia's got some big news. We were on the news, which was kind of cool. We were featured on CTV Edmonton back home, a local news station, and they kind of ran a story on our adventure over here, which was kind of cool. We think it was received well, and we think they did a really good job on it. It kind of all happened so fast, and within 24, 48 hours they had aired it to the public, and we've been getting quite a few emails and questions and messages from friends, family back home. But it was never meant to brag or gloat about a lifestyle. It was simply just kind of highlighting a way of taking a negative and maybe flipping it into a positive, or if life gives you or deals you a bad hand, how you kind of run with it and make the best of it. Because to be honest, this isn't necessarily on everybody's to-do list. Not everybody wants to come to Vietnam. Not everybody wants to teach. In fact, when we had told friends, family back home what we were doing, it was, I would say, mixed reactions, but that's okay. It was on our list to do, and that's what we wanted. And a lot of questions kind of are aimed at Jazz as like maybe a new mom. What were your thoughts going into this? What prompted you or propelled you to want to come to a foreign country so far away, especially with a new baby? Why Vietnam? Why teaching? How did you go about it? Because they highlighted the story of when I lost my job, and then it's kind of brought us to here now where we're on a beach in Vietnam. But what about all the in-between, like the meat of the story? And so yeah, we thought, since we're getting a few questions, maybe, and they all seem to be directed at Jazz, which is fine, I guess. They don't know. Which is fine, they don't have to, it's not a big deal. Ask me anything, but. Maybe I would just kind of ask Jazz some questions, and she can answer them, and it might give you a bit more insight of our decision-making process, or why we decided to come out here. But until then, I'm just gonna wait for them to show up and maybe have a little chat with my gal over here, Lady Buddha. Maybe I'll show you guys. She's looking great today. There she is. Just standing so proud over there.
Bridget, where's the jackfruit? The whole way you had it on Zoom?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's been kind of a big week for us. I think the biggest week for Georgia. Georgia has some big news to tell everybody.
George, what did you do this week?
So yeah, if we give you a Georgia update. She's been obviously developing every week so much, and the last week or so has been a big emphasis on yes and no's. She's been really no to everybody. Like even when random people want to grab her or pick her up, she's now shaking her head no. Even to us, we're like, Georgia, do you want some more bok choy? She's like, no.
Yeah.
And she doesn't say no, she just shakes her head.
She's like...
And then the opposite is yes.
She's pointing at her head.
What's this? Is that your head? And the same with yes. She's been saying yes. We're like, Georgia, do you want to go to the beach? Yeah. Yeah. You want to go?
Georgia, did you have a good sleep? Yeah. Georgia, do you love your mom? Do you love jackfruit? Yeah.
You over here.
So big news this week. Georgia has been free of her soother for...
Oh, yuck.
No more
She just took her jackfruit and buried it and then picked it up and ate it.
Nope.
Georgia, what's in your mouth? Do you have sand?
She wants some jackfruit with her sand. Anyway, Peach has been Seuss free for 1 week and she has been doing so great. I literally thought it was going to be the worst time of my life getting rid of it, but it's actually been really easy. We weren't sure exactly how we were going to do it. We were like, I was like, no, like let's just do it during the day and at nighttime I'll give it to her. Of course, because I am wanting her to sleep as much as possible at night, but Sean was like, no, let's do cold turkey, and we had read that cold turkey was the best, and we were kind of, when we originally had given her one, we always said that 1 was kind of the cutoff age, but of course that comes and that goes, and we're like, well, she loves it, what's the big deal? But I don't know, I just think, like, I'm always worried, like, it'll make her, no, yuck. I'm always worried it'll make her teeth funny, or she'll just get too reliant on it. I mean, she is reliant on it, but we read that it's easier to do it now than before she can really communicate and tell you that she wants it, or she has little cry fits, or she doesn't really miss it now that it's gone. Hence why we can't say the word around her. She's been good. The 3rd night she was up a little bit on and off, but she just, I think because she still breastfeeds, she's maybe replaced the soother a little bit with that in the night, but not as bad as I thought it would be. But during the days it's easy, and nights it's easy too. It's honestly, it was a good experience, and I'm happy it's gone.
Do you want more? Want some more? You finish it, because Daddy will. So where did it go from the day from the day that we got the phone call to the day that we decided to go to Vietnam? How did that decision-making process come about?
Well, it didn't just happen, like, you didn't lose your job and then we're like, sweet, let's go to Vietnam. I mean, you lost your job and we were instantly like, man, we should just get out of here. But it was a few months, like maybe April, May, before we even really started contemplating it. Like, of course, like Sean had been looking for jobs, and after he'd been home with George for a few months, working out of town for you was off the table, hey? He was like, it just isn't worth it, and I totally agreed, of course. So maybe in April we said, maybe we should really do this. Like maybe this is like a bit of a sign, like, had Sean not lost his job, we definitely wouldn't have done this. So maybe this was pushing us to maybe pursue something that we really wanted to do, like a blessing in disguise. So we started being like, okay, what can we do that we really want to do, that in a year from now we'll be like, we're so glad we did it regardless of the outcome. Maybe we should look into teaching abroad, because if you teach abroad there is an opportunity for a little bit of an income. It's not crazy, but maybe it'll just supplement your travels. Maybe keep a little bit in your savings account. George wants to walk, I'm gonna let her.
Okay. There was one family back home about a year ago that kind of made the media, named the Travel Mad Mom. Some of you might remember. It was a British family, or husband and wife, that took or spent their whole mat leave traveling the world. They went to, I don't know, countless countries, and after their baby was 10 weeks old. So I'm sure most parents out there, it's the last thing on their mind that they want to do when their baby's 10 weeks old is to travel the world, but they did it.
Yeah.
And it was really inspiring to hear, like,
she was on mat leave, I was on mat leave, you didn't have a job.
Yeah, it just kind of, it started the ball rolling. It kind of planted a seed as like, good for them. It was really inspiring, and I thought,
Come Peach.
what if we were able to do something like that? Not necessarily, obviously, during the mat leave, but at some point, take Georgia, because we had always talked about, before having kids, that we were excited to travel with our kids. It was always on our list to do. An opportunity came about, so we just kind of seized it. So we're taking a little snack break. Georgia's feeding. But yeah, so we get a lot of questions. One being, why travel with a baby now? Why at her age do we waste time or money traveling when she's not going to remember it? She's not going to remember these places we're taking her to, these moments. And I guess there's, hello. How are you? How do you answer that? Like, you can't answer that. You almost want to be like, okay, well,
you're not just gonna...
Conversation over. One thing is, there's never a bad time to travel with anybody, any age, adolescent, baby, senior. Travel is always a benefit to anyone. So, no, there's never a waste of time, because it is time. That's what we're spending together, and you can't take that away. Will Georgia remember that? No, but that's why these videos are being made. That's why we're documenting everything, because one day she'll be able to watch it.
And like, you're not just gonna not do anything until your kid is 12 and can remember it. Like, it's like saying, let's not do anything fun because she's not gonna remember it. Mm-hmm. Like, she takes in everything. She's like a little sponge right now. She absorbs everything.
There's a lot of families doing it. We meet families with young babies, with young kids.
Some of them have been on the road for like 5
months, years.
We've gone home for visits though, don't worry.
The dad sometimes stays back, but
that's okay.
But they're just doing it, and it's kind of cool to see a whole community of other travelers, of other families doing the same thing and loving every minute of it, or just taking advantage while they can, because our adventure right now may not be able to happen when she's 5 years old. We don't know what life's going to throw at us then. So at this age and
living in the moment, baby.
Seize the moment, right?
People want to know a lot about money and how do we do it? How did we do it?
So a trip like this, or an adventure like this, isn't free. How does it come about? Like, how did we plan or save for it?
We weren't necessarily saving for this trip. We always just save because we don't want to spend our money. We always just save so that...
As family says back home, we're really cheap.
Yeah. We just save so that we have, whether it's a safety net, like a bit of a buffer, or just options, really. So we had money saved just because we save our money usually. So at the end of our lease, which ended in September, we are kind of like, what do we want to do? Do we want to buy a house? Do we want to go on a trip? We didn't know. It gives us an option.
Jazz has a condo that she sublets, and she's been doing it for a couple years. So that was already taken care of. We just had a lease that was running out. We only had a vehicle. We don't own a lot of stuff. And anything that we did have, we either gave away to Goodwill, we sold, or a few things we stored at your dad's.
Yep.
The most important is just like the Vitamix and the dehydrator and the...
My sister has.
Or the juicer. Those are the only 3 things that we miss. I miss that Vitamix. Right?
Yeah.
That thing chops steel. That's what we did with our stuff. So last but not least, we just got our passports back. So they've been gone for about a week now. We just renewed it, which means we are allowed to stay in Vietnam for another 3 months, which is pretty exciting, which will take us pretty much to the end of March. So if you guys do have any other questions, we're pretty open, honest people. Send them our way. But until then, we'll see you guys next week. Hello, buddy. What should we call him, Georgia? What should we call our new little friend? He's just a baby. Call him Geico? Geico. Hey, man. Oh. He's quiet. You get those mosquitoes, okay?